Wiggins Show, where it's a lot going on. We discuss music, drama, celebrity gossip, pop culture, and everything in the entertainment world.
That's how we already know.
Stay tuned right here as we spill the tea, sip some tea, all raw for your enjoyment. Now grab your cup and buckle up.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Armand, and we are live in the studio, back with another video. Finally, okay? Usually I would have the sound effects going, but I'm like, you know what? We need to relax, because lately, every time I've been trying to kick this thing off right, like the sound just goes all out of whack, okay? So I'm glad we are here. I'm glad you guys are here. If you guys can see me and hear me perfectly, let me get some bells and bombs in the goddamn comments, please. Okay. Listen, so tonight it's going to be a bit of a touchy subject. I've been seeing all you guys, his comments and things like that early on here on YouTube. I have instructed the moderators that the block game will be very strong tonight. We're not going to disrespect the guests. We're not going to disrespect the topic. And we're just going to be very, very respectful, because my guest is coming to share a bit of his personal life with us to enlighten us. Okay, so we're definitely not going to be rude, and we're not going to be disrespectful. You don't have to agree, but you don't have to be rude. Okay, and if you are rude, you will be timed out. And if that doesn't work, then my moderators are instructed to block you. Okay. So listen, if you're a returning subscriber, then you know how this thing goes. Sometimes some shit might shut down, some shit might fuck up and stop working, but typically we get through the show. And if you are a new subscriber, or this is your first time watching us, welcome and hello.
Hello, motherfucker.
All right, so are we good? Are we good? Okay, so we got bells and bombs in the comments. All right, so we good. All right, so without further ado, I am going to introduce our guest. So mind you, a little secret, I met this guy a long time ago, him and his girlfriend or wife. I'm not sure if they're married or not. I'll get that information when he comes on. So I met them a while back in Atlanta. Very good guy, great personality, really attractive, works out. So you guys are in for a treat. So we're going to really get into some things here, okay? So let me, without further ado, let's introduce Glass. You're live now.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, sir? How are you? Long time no see.
I know, man. Long time no see. You got uppity on me and moved to LA, I see.
Yes, you remember the last time I seen you, Bella and I were filming for, what was that? My Shady Rainbow, back with
Yeah.
God, Jessica Kleiner. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah, remember that was a whole whoop-de-doo on us all, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so you actually contacted me today, which what I thought was very, very interesting. Well, let's just get right into it. So you are a straight identifying male.
True.
And
yes.
you are you married or are you dating?
We are dating. Been together for 4 going on 5 years.
Okay, so you're
5 coming in January.
Okay, and so you are dating a transgender woman. Okay, and you guys have been doing it for
correct.
about 5 years. So tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so what do you want me to start from the beginning?
You could just start wherever makes you feel comfortable. Like what prompted you to kind of want to speak on this?
Just seeing things over the internet, hearing people's opinions, and just the past situations that I hear. I have a lot of conversations with people that are around me, and we're always like, why do people never talk about these subjects? And I'll be like, I guess a lot of people don't want to hear it, or a lot of people think it would like hinder people from dating trans women, but I think it's a topic that we need to talk about, honestly, in my opinion.
Okay, so yeah, for instance, like what's his name? What's that guy's name that was on Cool Runnings? He just kind of came out and said that he was trans attracted, and then Michael, what is it? Yoba? He came out.
Yeah, Malik
Yoba. And then his wife kind of exposed him later on. And then there were some transgenders out there exposing him, which I'll get into a little bit later. And then you had the viral video of one of the young guys back in New York City who said that they were into transgender women. And a lot of men attacked him for it. Yeah, Reese. Yeah, attacked him for it. And Now, people are saying that's why he committed suicide, but I beg to differ. I think there was a substance abuse issue there underlying. I don't really think it was the transgender liking, but at least he took a stand for liking transgender women. Now, do you find that it's that people look at you different, that you are into transgender women?
Yeah, they do. Kind of look at me. Women-wise, cisgender females, biological, they look at me differently, and males as well look at me differently.
Is there a particular type of women? Is it black women, Hispanic women, white women, or just women in general?
Oh man, I'm just say women in general. They look at you differently. It's a chick never knew I dated trans women. You know, I'm pretty comfortable in my life. I never hide anything that's in my life. What you see is what you get from me. So a woman that used to work with me, she didn't know Bella was transgender, and when she found out, she treated me a totally different way, and started calling me like, "Hey, girl," and all that. I was like, "No, girl, that's not me." No. So
the biggest misconception is people think that automatically, if you're into transgender women, you must be gay.
Oh man, let me tell you, that is always. I'm gonna tell you why. It's funny to me. I've had a story about that situation, man. Tons of friends and situations that happened past. We were out one night in Atlanta. She was with her friends, and he's a gay guy. So, a friend at that time, not anymore, but he was a gay guy. We went out, night out of town. Everybody's drunk. It was like we're going to get something from the store. They wanted something to drink. So I said, all right, guys, I'm going to get something else to drink. I'm going to go to the store. He accompanied me to the store. We had a funny conversation coming all the way to the store, going to the store, and then coming back, we head to the elevator, and all the smiles turned to serious face. You know, his face turned very serious. He stopped smiling. So he gets on the elevator, and he was like, I want to see your penis. And I said, excuse me? He was like, I would love to see your penis. Your girlfriend said you're very blessed. I would love to see it. And I said, no, I'm good, man. What's the difference? She has only thing that she's got different from me is that she has titties.
Okay.
And that threw me all the way off, man.
And so how did you respond?
First thing I said was, dude, that will never happen. And pushed every button on the elevator to get off as quick as possible. Okay. And when it got off, let my girl know what happened.
Right. Okay. So, and I'm without getting into her personal business. This is just in general.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of women that are watching. Like I told you in the pre conversation.
Right.
They're gonna want to know. I mean, some will say what that man is saying is true. You know. Are you attracted to genitalia, male genitalia?
Am I attracted to male genitalia?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like. Is that what makes you trans attracted, or is it not the genitalia?
It's not the genitalia. It comes along with the trans woman, but it's not the genitalia that I'm attracted to.
Okay. So does it matter if the genitalia is there or not? So would you take it either or?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, it does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So yeah, I'm reading some of these comments. People are like, okay, so okay. I'm trying to handle this conversation very delicately because without offending anybody.
Go ahead.
With that being said, if there is genitalia, then would you technically be considered gay?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Explain why.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's who it's attached to. With it being a trans woman, it's the best of both worlds. You see a beautiful woman, and if she happens to have a genitalia, it's a woman with a little twist to it. A lot of men are not going to admit that, but that's attractive. That's sexy, to be honest.
Okay, well, period. Okay, I like the confidence. Well, here's the thing. I like that people now are talking about it, and I think that this gives a lot of the trans women hope, because for so long trans women were looked at as like a secret or a fetish, and now in 2019 going into 2020, I feel as though that transgender women are now able to see themselves in a real relationship with everybody coming to the forefront, and I'm actually here for it because maybe it'll take some of them off of the streets.
Exactly. Off the streets. Let me tell you like this: if any trans woman is watching, you are beautiful. Do not consider yourself. If a man tries to consider you as a sex fetish, take him out. That man's not need to be in your life at all. You are a beautiful person. You're a beautiful creation of God. and love yourself.
Now, do you find that it's hard because you are open about dating transgender women to be friends with other transgender women? Because it seems as though, like, you know, a lot of them will try to like talk to you when knowing that you are in a relationship, because you're a rare breed that's confident, attractive, got a good job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't find it hard. You just have to let them know, like, look, this is my girl. If you're gonna be cool with me, you gotta be cool with my girl too.
Okay.
Because you best believe she's by my side everywhere around the corner. She's by my side everywhere. So
now, how old are you?
I am 28 years old.
Okay, great. Do your parents know?
Yes, my parents know, mother and father.
So how do your parents feel about this?
It was a little rocky of a start when they first found out, but now my mother and my father are comfortable. Still, certain things come up, but they're comfortable. They love me for who I am. That's the biggest thing. As long as my parents love me, I'm good. We all right. My family supports me, so we're good.
Okay, let me see. I've got to listen, guys. If you guys have any questions, write them in the comments, moderators, and I'll get to your questions. Oh, Don Michelle says, cheers to a live during the non-working hours for me. Oh, thank you for your donation. Listen, I love your honesty and your transparency in this situation. I definitely think that it's kind of admirable that you're speaking up about this, because it's nothing to be ashamed of. If anything, my thing is this: so many people, and this is to a lot of the women in the chat and just in general, you cannot judge a man for speaking up, because this is what you actually want them to do, is be open about who they are and what they're doing. And honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it. As long as you're not hurting her, she's not hurting you, you be with whoever the hell you want to be. That's literally been my motto. That's been my motto all day today. As long as it's not hurting you or them, be with who you want to be with. I think a lot of people's issue, though, is they can't get past you saying that you're straight, or people identifying as straight, because they still classify transgenders as men. However, you wouldn't say that you're into men.
No,
you're not not a gay man. Nothing about a gay man or a man attracts you at all.
Not at all. Not in any type of way, any form or fashion.
So what is it about transgenders that you like? Like, tell me the experience. And when did you know it? How did you know that you like transgendered women? How does one know that?
Let me be real. I was in college. I met a chick in college. We were hanging out, pretty cool, just got to know her. And she ended up telling me, she was like, hey, I gotta tell you something, I'm transgender. Now, the first couple of days, I avoided her, didn't speak to her anymore. And, just something popped in my head. I was like, she's a good person. She's nice, It shouldn't matter, about anything if she's trans or not. And we hung out and we kicked it off from there. And at that point, I knew, I said, all right, I'm trans attracted from that point on.
So is it a physical thing, or is it a mental thing? Like what makes a trans woman different from a cisgendered woman?
I'm gonna tell you something. A trans woman is always gonna be their self. You know why? Because they go out the world as who they are. That's what I find the beautiful thing about them. A trans woman, you go out, you already have so much negativity coming towards you, and you still choose to be yourself. Mm-hmm. And that's sexy to me. So if you go out there and be yourself, why not can I be myself and we be ourselves together? Gel is one.
And so have you ever dated a woman, a cisgendered woman?
Last cisgender woman I dated, that's when I for sure knew. I was like, okay, I'm gonna date a trans girl from now on.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. We got like 500 women watching this right now on YouTube, and about 20 something on Facebook. So they're probably gonna be killing you right now. Wait, explain that. Explain that.
It's not gonna be like that. I'm gonna be real with you right now. My cisgender women, I love y'all too. Y'all are beautiful. Everything about you is beautiful. I'll tell you like this. My last experience with the cisgender woman, I came over her house, was chilling one day. I had my phone unlocked, so I pretty much, I didn't think about it, but I was messing around with the trans woman at that time. And she goes, I wake up, she's tapping me on the phone, on my head with my iPhone, and she's like, oh, I didn't know you was a fag. I was like, a fag? Oh, she said, oh, I didn't know you like dick. I said, dick? What you talking about? She goes through my phone and sees something out of the way. And it just got it got heated from that point. And I was like, man, I'm not finna sit there and make up no stuff no more. Just like try to hide who I am, because I feel if I would still be dating a cisgender woman, I wouldn't be satisfied sexually. At the end of the day, I wouldn't, and I'd be cheating on her, and I wouldn't want to do anybody like that. I would rather just be with who I want to be with, and everybody is just happy from that point.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say you were it doesn't sound like you were into the cisgender woman from the beginning, because you were still snooping around with the trans woman. So now sexually, now I'm getting here that people, you don't have to answer this. This is just a question. People are wanting to know: are you a versatile? Or are you more of a bottom? Or are you more of a top?
They came out of nowhere with that, huh? They want to know.
And then you led us into it with so all right. So, but sexually, explain a little bit. I mean, you gotta, when you make a statement like you wouldn't be sexually satisfied with a woman, what does that mean?
It's just different, man. One day you feel like being on top. One day you don't feel like being on top. It's just a difference of how you feel sexually.
Okay. And what's the biggest hurdle you've had to get over dating a trans woman, or to yourself, and then in like society?
Biggest thing I've had to say that I got over, just making sure my family was okay with telling my family, being okay and out to tell my family like, hey, she's a trans woman and I love her. Now, when it comes to society, the biggest thing I had to deal with, I really no real hurdles, just holding hands in public. That got real. I say about like a year to about 5 weeks, or like, I'm sorry, let me get that right. It was about 4 weeks into our relationship, I got comfortable with holding hands in public. Because I was always wondering if somebody's looking at me, or like, hey, trying to clock her teeth, things of that nature. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, it's who I love. Fuck it, let's do it.
And so, what do you do for work?
I'm a personal trainer.
Okay, so when so I thought that. So when you bring people around, or your girlfriend around, do people look and stare? Do they ask questions?
Oh no, everybody's pretty much just like, hey, your girlfriend's beautiful.
Okay.
What does she do? Does she train? Things of that nature. My girl's a trainer, so pretty much.
Bella's beautiful, but not to mention though,
she is.
You got a really like a beautiful, you know what I mean? Like not for nothing, everybody isn't proportioned the same, built the same. Bella is very pretty.
True facts.
So you get what I'm saying? Yeah,
you're right.
So, everybody doesn't look like her. But that still doesn't negate from the fact that, everybody deserves love. So please, people don't
everybody
be upset. So I'm trying to think of some more questions that people would
Another
like to
thing
know.
I want to reach on something. I want to talk about something. Just because a man, if he's with a trans woman and they did not work out, and he talks to another trans woman, there is no such thing as a fucking tranny chaser. Stop saying that. Anybody in the community, we need to stop saying that. Because I'm pretty sure if you're in the straight community and a man talks to another woman and messes around with another one, they're not going to say, oh, he's a pussy chaser. No, he's just a dog ass nigga. Same thing in the community. He's a dog. It's not a tranny chaser.
Let's talk about that word, tranny chaser, because
let's talk about
I definitely do think that there are tranny chasers.
No, I don't think they're a tranny chaser. I think there's just trans attracted men who are just dog ass men. Okay. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's degrading to trans women, because if you're calling yourself tranny, is a word we do not speak of in this house. Tranny is very disrespectful. Anybody says tranny to my girl, or tranny to anybody that's around me that's transgender, I say no, she's trans or transgender. Tranny is like the N-word.
Yeah. Now, what do you say?
Don't speak about that.
Now, how do you feel about a lot of these transgenders that exploit their genitalia or exploit tranny, that word tranny, for viewership? Because here's the thing. I agree with what you're saying, but then there's a lot of transgender women that have platforms that exploit having a penis, that exploit the word tranny for clicks and views. So in a heteronormative society, it confuses people, because it's like, well, you're saying it, you're doing this, that, and the third, but then it's like, then you want to be women. Or like in the Malik Yoba situation, you have him coming up saying that he's trans attracted, and then you have these transgenders exposing him like, oh yeah, he's been sleeping with us and paying for us since we were 16. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
and is that a and I'm looking at it like, is that a form of self-hate? Do you not love yourself? Like, you are not. If you're a trans woman, I don't think you should view yourself as that, as a fetish, or like trying to put somebody out. Like, if they doing all that, fuck them, leave them alone. You shouldn't be with them anyway. If they're not wanting to be open with you, then you shouldn't be around them. That's just the point, honestly. And for the question you asked me about women talking, trans talking about their genitalias and saying the word trans, whatever makes you happy, do it. I can, I'm if you're happy, I'm happy. Whatever. If it makes you happy, I'm good.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why the transgenders. I just don't think that it really helps society. And it's especially when people already don't understand them, when they go out and try to expose. Because it's like, well, if you're really a woman or a trans woman, or you want any association with woman or female, what are you exposing? Because by exposing, you're basically calling yourself a man, in my opinion. Because what are you exposing?
Exactly. You should just expose that he's a dog, not saying that, oh, I'm trans and he messes around with trans women. You shouldn't say that. Just all you gotta say is he cheated on me, or he's messing around with other women. He's a dog ass nigga. That's all you have to say.
People are asking for your social media, but I'm not sure I want to give it to them because I don't know if you want to be trolled.
No, you can give it to me. You can give it to him. It's cool.
Okay, well you can say it.
All right, you can follow me on Instagram, Glass with 1S 101 Physique, or also you can follow me on Facebook as Glass MacArthur.
Okay, Glass. So here's what we're gonna do, because I don't think I have any other questions, but I want some other people to ask questions. But you don't have another phone, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna open up the call-in number. So I'm probably gonna hear them, but then I'll have to tell you what they said.
Cool. Okay.
Unless you can go steal Bella's phone.
No, I ain't stealing Bay's phone.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. Or, unless you guys are tired of looking at him, I can have him hang up and give him the number, and he can be on the phone and talk to you guys. So we can do that too. Hold on. Well, because usually that's what we do. Or because hold on real quick. I'm gonna open up this call-in number so people can ask questions, because they usually like to ask a lot of different questions. So I'm going to give them the opportunity. We have, how many people are here? Shout out, we have 645 people watching us on YouTube. And we have not that many people on Facebook. You know, Facebook, y'all sleeping right now. Y'all need to come over here.
Yeah, it's a night thing out there on Facebook. You know, they don't get up till about 9 or 10, start looking at lives, for real. Especially in Atlanta.
Yeah, but YouTube, we get to it. They be ready. We had about 50 people waiting before the damn show started. All right, let's get. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Is it not gonna let me do a little? Hold on. I'm trying to take the calls, y'all. Trying to get on here. Oh, it's people already in here. Okay. Oh, he's in Atlanta. Oh, he's gay. These trans women be looking better than these cis women.
Start your show now. Press 1.
Which is true.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
I've seen some trans women look like, oh boy, they would. It's unbelievable.
So you think that trans women typically are more attractive than cisgender women, which I totally understand.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Because they're cis women, there are some beautiful cis women. I just think, different strokes for different folks. There are some beautiful trans women out in this world, and there are some beautiful cisgender women out in this world. Every form of a woman, I think, is beautiful, has its beauty. So I don't really think anybody looks better than anybody.
Okay, so we're gonna take a call, and I'm gonna tell you. I never did like this, but I'm gonna try to tell you what the person is saying. Okay, let me see.
Okay.
217-1703. You're live on the air.
Hello, Armand. It's me again.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Okay, so I have some questions for your guest. I really wish that I could talk to him on the phone. I wish he would have hung up and called in.
So, okay, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to have you hang up, and I'm going to give you the number, Glass, and you're going to call in.
Okay, so hang up, call in.
Impress
Okay,
because they want to
gotcha.
talk to you. They don't want to talk to me. So hang up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send you the number. Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna hang him up, and I'm gonna make him call in. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do that. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. He looked like Dameron. He not used to how this goes. He knew me back when we didn't have no real setup.
Yes, you was on top of the game now, so he got to get with the program.
Right. He knew me when I was struggling. But hold on. I'm struggling right now though, like a fool, because the num lock is on or something. Hold on. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you guys call, like the video and subscribe. The number is 563.
Share the video.
Yeah. Oh, and share the video too. Okay. The number is 563-999-3658. Okay. So we have him live up here on the screen, so you guys can see his face. Okay. So then we'll do that like that. And then, okay, let me get him on the line. But I need to know what his number is. Hold on. And I know you got some questions. No cursing.
I'm not going to curse. I'm not going to be disrespectful. But I do have some questions, especially since he made the statement that kind of offended me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it offended a lot of other people in the chat as well. So, yeah, I just wanted to ask him a few questions.
Okay, let me see if he's on here. I'm about to actually in a minute. Hold on, let me see something. Let's do this. I'm about to call him.
He's not afraid to talk to your fans, is he?
No, he's not. But
over the phone.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Let me mute you.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, hello.
Yep, you're on the Armand Wiggins Show live on the air on the radio.
Great.
I told you the setup is different now. Okay. Let me get the. All right. Let me get the first caller on the line. All right, caller.
Gotcha.
Okay, 1703. Let's go.
Hello. Hi, Armand. I'm back again.
Okay.
And I don't know your name, sir. Is it Glass? What's your name? What do we call
It's
you?
Glass.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions for you, and I'm going to be
Sure.
politically correct because I know this is a sensitive topic for some people. However, the first thing I want to ask is an easy question. Where did you meet your significant other?
You wanted me to be completely honest with you? I met her off a dating site app called POF.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
was she like in the women's section or was she in the men's section?
Women's section.
Okay. Now, let's go back to the statement you made before when you said that your last woman, the real, okay, I can't say real, cisgendered woman you
There we go.
dated, you said that she pushed you into dating transgender women. Now, can you elaborate on that for me? Because
Yeah,
find
I
it
sure
confusing.
can.
Yeah.
I sure can. I'm an open book out here. What's your name again? I'm sorry,
I'm
I
not
want to
giving
get
out
your
my
name
name
right.
because I'm
Great.
not giving my name out because these people do not like me on this chat. I call them all the time.
Oh, man.
And they're not gonna.
Okay.
They're not gonna stalk my social media. No.
Oh, okay. I'm going to call you caller one. I got you. All right. So, caller one. I'm going to elaborate. I always wanted to date a trans woman after my experience in college, but the way that things were set up, I had to like hide who I was. And, I was like, well, let me just date this chick and let me just go from there. I'll be all right. And I was steady cheating on this chick and steady, she's a wonderful girl. I was steady cheating on her. and she wouldn't satisfy me sexually sometimes, and I would be in a totally different situation with the trans woman, and she didn't force me, but it just told myself like, hey, I need to be true to myself because I don't want to hurt anybody else's feelings or do some sneaky stuff where I shouldn't be doing it. I should just go ahead and just be out with myself and be comfortable. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yes. So you said when she found out about you dating a trans woman behind her back, she took it hard, which, anyone would take it hard. But when you said that motivated you to go after trans women, I felt offended because if my man was out here cheating on me with transgenders, I would take it hard because, for one, I'm not trying to do stereotypes, but trans women are known to be sex workers, and working the streets comes with a lot of diseases, and you could have possibly affected her health. Do you understand how she could? So I understand completely how she. Honestly,
anybody can affect anybody else's health. It's not just trans women who come with diseases. It's not just men with diseases. Women have diseases. Everybody in this, you never know. That's just being real. You
exactly.
Can never just you can never pinpoint one particular one particular gender. You can't do that. I say everyone.
That is true. That is true.
Right.
However, I'm not trying to hold stereotypes, but we all know that transgenders have a reputation for being sex workers because these employers
same thing with
do not
women.
hire them.
Same thing with cis women. Everyone can be sex workers. Honestly, that's just being real. Anyone can be a sex worker. There are more women sex workers than there are trans sex workers. Being honest completely. If you look on certain things of that nature, you will find there are more cisgender escorts than there are trans escorts, and there are a lot of trans women that work regular jobs. So I think it's the stigma of trans women can't get jobs. What you said, or they can't be on with other jobs, get a certain job. They can. All you gotta do is put your mind to it and do it. That's it.
Yeah, no, I never said
a lot of them don't. I know what you're saying, but a lot of them think that's all they. They are some. I could say, just haven't explored to possibilities of what if or I'm going to do it. I think some of them just put themselves in that corner, which they shouldn't.
Okay. Well, let me clarify something to you. I never said they couldn't get jobs. I said employers do not like to hire them because how they feel about transgender women. Now, you said that you were not pleased sexually with a cisgendered woman. So, to me, I think you would get more pleasure dating a cisgender woman because there's the vagina, there's the anus, and then you also have the mouth if she so chooses. Where when it comes to a transgender woman, they only have the mouth and the anus because 90% of trans women do not have the bottom surgery.
So that means they would also have a penis.
Have a penis. True.
Yes. So what my question for you is, was it that you were curious about the penis portion of it, of them?
No, the penis just came along with it. I was just always curious.
Now, you said you consider yourself straight, correct?
Correct.
Now, to me, I'm not trying to judge you, but I wouldn't see you as that way because I'm going to be politically correct, Armand. You're having gay sex. To me, if a trans woman has not transitioned completely down there, you're having, and it's two penises rubbing together, and then plus
that's too far.
To me, that's a form of gay sex. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be
No,
disrespectful.
No. But you know what? It's cool. I understand. It's all love for me. Love on this end. You have a title to say anything you want to say, but I'm just happy living my life. Honestly, if that's what you want to say I am, then I'm cool with that. Like honestly, that's not going to make or break me. I'm good with that. Like I can. Like
now, I have one more question.
Okay, you got to make it quick because we got a lot of people with questions. Come on.
I know. I have one more question. The last question. When you said that your parents took it the hard way, I honestly believe they took it hard because they want grandchildren with you. Once you have grandchildren,
who's to say I could? Who's to say I can't have grandchildren? What do you mean? I can have.
No, I'm talking about the old-fashioned way where the.
And there's nothing, and that's the same way you can do that. The surrogate, I can use my sperm and put it to the mother. Like it's the same thing.
That's true.
Exactly.
But what I want to ask you, do you plan on having children with your significant other?
You damn right. Yes, ma'am. I
And
am.
if so,
That's
how
what
are
I
you
plan
going
on.
to explain it to your children?
When the time comes, it comes. When that time comes, then I'll explain it. But right now, I'm just being glass, living my life, and moving forward with things.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for answering my questions. And I
Thank
hope I
you.
wasn't
No, thank you.
disrespectful in
No,
any type
no,
of way.
no, ma'am. I'm caller one. I'm an open book. I'm a very relaxed guy, chill guy. If you ever met me in person, you would like me. I'm telling you, I'm not even that type of guy. You're great.
Oh, I like you now. I like you over the phone. I think you're a cutie. I just wish you was on our side. I mean, you got a lot of women upset. Well, thank you. All
Thank
right,
you.
bye.
Oh, okay. Let's take a couple other callers. 903-7931. Are you okay, Glass?
Yeah, I'm great.
Okay.
I'm great.
7931. You're live on the air. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Guys. Okay, I have
Hi.
a couple of questions
Okay.
because I'm genuinely confused. But the first one isn't really a question. Well, it is actually. Why are real women, which I don't know why that's an offensive term, why are real women referred to as cisgender instead of just being called a woman, and then the trans woman being called trans woman or whatever you want to call them? Because I mean, I don't get that. Why do we have to have a prefix just because the trans woman has a prefix? That actually is offensive to me. That we can't just call ourselves a real woman without offending someone who's not actually a real woman. To me, that's my opinion. Can I know why that is?
I'm sorry you take that to offense. I really do. But I think, honestly, it's just a term that we just use. Honestly, I like.
Okay. No. I'm gonna read it to
woman.
you. So cisgender, because I didn't know. So cisgender means is a term for people whose gender identity matches the sex that they were assigned at birth. So you're a cisgendered female because that's the sex that you were assigned at birth. And that's who you are. So you will be considered a cisgendered woman. And I'd be a cisgendered man.
Thank you for explaining it, Armand.
That's cool, but I'm just wondering why we can't just be called a woman. Why is it offensive to be called a real woman or instead of a cisgender woman? Because I take
Can I say something to you?
Yeah.
Can I say something to you? Is that what you want to be called, a real woman? Guess what? If you're in front of me, I'm going to call you. Okay, so just be real. If you were in front of me, you're going to be called a woman. I like you to be comfortable however way you want to be comfortable. And if that's how you want to be comfortable, then that's how you're comfortable. I go off terms off how anyone wants to be comfortable. So if I'm not going to say cisgender to you. I'm going to say woman. It's depending on who's in front of me.
Well, here's the thing with that. Because I think the issue is she's saying she would like to be called a real woman when it comes to topics where we're talking trans, women, whatever. And I think that's where, I think that's where it gets offensive because it's kind of.
I disagree that there's no such thing as a. Never mind.
Well, no, because it's it's kind of insulting the transgender woman by trying to say you're a real woman. Well, it's clear that you're a real woman. You're a cisgendered woman. So why would we go and say real woman to? That's almost like throwing like a slight dig at a trans. So if we're having a conversation amongst women, we're not gonna say like, oh, all these real women. Like, I'm not gonna say a bunch of real women follow me.
Like,
I'm just gonna say if I'm having a conversation about women and transgender women, I'm gonna say cisgender women, transgender women. I'm not gonna say real women and transgender women because then that's throwing shade.
Well, you could just say woman and transgender woman. You could just say woman and transgender woman or women and transgender women. You do not have to add the cis. That's my point.
Well, then if that's the case,
I'd rather just be called woman.
Well, then so with transgenders too. They would want to be called women too. But how you break it up?
So why do we have to be offended, but the transgenders can't be offended? Why do women have to be offended, but trans women can't be offended? So if we say women and trans women, they get offended. But if we say cis women and then we say trans women, both the trans women are fine, but real women or women are offended. How is that fair to one or the other? One has to be offended one way or the other, but why are we always tiptoeing on the other's feelings?
Well, technically, okay. I hope you make a very good point, but technically, cisgendered women don't have to be offended by the term cisgender because that literally is what cisgender means. You know what I mean?
I think that's just. I just say that
well. Trans women don't have to be offended by being called a trans woman, and some are.
They're not offended by being called trans women.
They're not.
Some are.
I've never met a trans woman that ever have been offended by saying she's a trans woman.
Are you reading your chat? read the chat. Like, it's literally, they're right there. But my other question is, I really, I guess earlier you said it didn't matter. This is my last question. You said it didn't matter, but I really want to know, like, what exactly do you identify as or call yourself if you do have sex with a person that has the same genitalia as you? If it's not gay, what do you call yourself? And I'm not trying to be offensive when I ask that.
No, I call it glass liking what glass likes. That's what I call it. That's it.
Okay.
It's not offensive. Just call it like what I like, and that's what it is. Just like you like what you like, you're entitled to like whatever you like. Just like I'm entitled to like whatever I like.
Now, okay.
Okay.
Now, what I can say is offensive for the women is I would say, you know what, if women don't like being called fish, then I could understand that. Because fish and tranny, I think, can go along the line. Offensive. You get what I'm saying? I see how fish could be offensive.
I have gay friends. They don't call me fish, so I don't really have. I mean, my gay friend doesn't call me fish. He doesn't even say fish, so I can't really. I've never been called it. So.
Most time in particular, nobody's gonna call you fish in front of you. We say that and like if it's like a gay person talk to another gay person or a trans person talk to another trans woman, they're gonna say it. It's our lingo. It's lingo out here, but like in the straight community, like if a gay dude's in the straight community or he's your friend, he's not gonna call you that. He's not gonna say that to you because he knows it's offensive and you'll take it to offense.
So here's the breakdown. So it's fish, tranny. I know you probably don't like it, but it's cisgender, transgender, because cisgender is the sex that you were born as. Transgender is the sex that you transitioned to. You get it? So that's why it's cis and trans. They're on the same level.
Yeah, no, I get it all. Like, my thing is really just how, like I said a while ago, it's how we tiptoeing over the transgender women's feelings, but us cisgender women, we don't get our feelings tiptoed over. We just got to shut up and sit down and let them be what they're being, and we can't say anything about it and nothing about that. That's the part that's true.
I think that's irrelevent.
No, hold on. That's not irrelevant, but it's not entirely accurate because we still don't
not
get
accurate.
Because we still are not giving the transgender woman the title of woman, and a lot of them just want to be called women. But we have made it very clear that you cannot be called a flat out woman. You are a trans woman. So we have given cisgendered women the respect of not just giving everybody that gets boobs and maybe a sex change a woman, because you're still technically not a biological cisgendered female. You're not. You're a trans woman.
Exactly.
I know it's probably a little. I know it's confusing, but. That's kind of what it is.
I'm with you. I'm with you on it.
I think she might hung up.
I'm with you.
Okay.
She hung up?
Yeah, she was over it.
Man, bless you.
Sorry. But no, honestly, that's something to talk about because
she's upset.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate. But I mean, it is what it is. He hung up too. Let's take a couple of more calls. 518-5158, you're live on the air.
Hello, Armand.
Hey.
Wow, tonight's topic is critical because people want to say that he is gay because she doesn't have like the surgery or whatever. So basically, we should just call him bisexual. And I agree with that because it's saying that he's okay with dating a woman, transgender that has it or doesn't have the surgery. So that would make him bisexual. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But then again, he says he's not attracted to women. So, like, what the hell? He's just like confusing everybody in the comment section.
Well, he wants me to call him back, so I'm gonna call him back, give him a chance to speak. Let me give him a chance to speak, and I'm also gonna send him the link on YouTube because there are people on Facebook, but they're probably wondering where all these calls are coming from. It's coming from actually YouTube.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Hold on. I'm multitasking. But what are you saying?
Basically, I'm saying he's confusing. He doesn't want to say he's gay, and he considers himself straight. How can you consider yourself straight if you like to have sex with a transsexual woman and she doesn't have a sex change? Now, if he says that he's attracted to transsexual women and he likes transsexual women and they have sex changes, then that would be a little bit, okay, we get it. You get what I'm saying? But he's saying they still have it. So it's like, where do you want to place it?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes. Okay. Are you here? Okay. So I sent Bella. Tell Bella to check her inbox. I sent her the chat so she can see where all majority of these questions are coming from. So turn me down in the background. We have about 775 people watching us. So this is a conversation that definitely needs to be had. Now you got a couple of questions. We have a caller on the line. She's going to ask her question, and then I did have a question from one of my moderators. He said, "Armand, we the people." This was a $10 donation, so you got to answer this question. He said, "Armand, we the people would like to ask him, what does he mean when he says our lingo? The inclusion is confusing. Submitting a question on behalf of the BNB chat."
Great.
Go ahead.
All right. So, would you like me to answer the young lady's questions first?
Yep. If you can remember them. Yep. Go ahead. Answer her first, and then go ahead and answer.
Okay.
His.
She asked me a question of when it comes to women. I'm not attracted to women. No, I'm attracted to all women. It's just cis women is not my style. Cisgender female is not my style. I didn't say anything was that I'm not attracted to them. No, I'm attracted to every type of woman. Cisgender, trans woman, I'm attracted to. Now, would I date? That's what we were asking. Would you date a cisgender woman? No, I wouldn't. Dating and laying in bed with someone is a totally different thing. Right or wrong?
That's definitely right.
Hello?
To me, I think that.
Yes,
well, go ahead. You answer. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so that's not what I'm saying. What I'm asking what I'm saying to you is that I think you should just say that you are just be okay with it and just say that you are gay, because you're confusing everybody.
Can I be honest with you? Can I be honest with you? And you have a lovely voice, by the way. I hope you're having a great day.
No, you
good. Girl, I'm gonna tell you like this.
You nice. You supposed to do good. What I'm saying to you is that
you're funny. Thank you, though.
You might embrace it, though. It's nothing wrong with it.
Like this, though. Can I tell you something? The biggest thing for society, everyone lives by a label. I don't live by a label. I live my life. It shouldn't matter what I am. It shouldn't. I'm not gonna go tell you that there's something that and you don't want to be labeled as that. Who cares? To be honest with you, I think a lot of people need to have the best advice for people is just drink water and mind your business, like the dude said. Drink water and mind your own business.
Okay.
Okay, well, there that goes. Armand, I just want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Why are all the good-looking men gay? I just want to know.
I don't feel that way, though. I feel like all the good-looking men are straight.
Not how it is.
Listen, Armand, you're handsome. He's handsome. I'm like, dang.
I be feeling the same way when y'all be having these baby daddies. Trust me, we all feel the same way. Like all the fine ones is straight.
All right.
Thank you. Bye. All right, go ahead and answer Ricardo's question. Armand, we the people would like to ask him, what does he mean when he says our lingo? The inclusion is confusion. Submitting a question on behalf of the BNB chat.
Let's be real. If I'm around like someone gay, and they're talking as if they're talking about a woman, they never say female. They say fish. Right or wrong? They never say that outside of the conversation that they're having outside of the person who's in the same community as them. I've heard that. I've never heard them say that to a cisgender female. They say it. We say it amongst each other.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that. Never outside of the presence of not ever inside of the presence of a cisgender woman. That's what I mean by that. Lingo amongst trans, gay, lesbian, well, not lesbian, amongst trans and gay men, that's most of the time they call the women fish.
Okay,
Doesn't make it right, no, but that's what lingo is most of the time.
So I think that they were saying because you kind of stumbled and said we, so they assumed that you were saying you were part of that. But what I'm kind of getting is you're saying you've been in those circles and you've heard people use that terminology.
I've been in those circles. Yeah, I never use those terminologies. I just been around those circles.
Okay. I have another question from Rosalind. Thank you for the donation, Rosalind. 2046. Let's pull her up. Rosalind, you are live on the air.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, Rosalind.
Rosalind, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. Somebody finally said their real name. Jesus, and that caller 2,500 or something like that, right?
Right. I just want to say that I am so happy that you're living in your truth.
Yes, me too.
I know my voice is crazy, but that's medical reasons, so excuse me. They chew me up in the chat every time I call.
Okay, you good.
Okay. But I'm older than a lot of people in here. But my thing is that people want to be who they want to be. And I think that that's fine. One of the ladies that called before said she wanted to be called a woman, right? A real woman.
Right.
So I don't see the problem why you can't say you want to be called straight.
Exactly, because people identify with, well, they want to be identified with what they identify with, what they're comfortable with. And I, quite frankly, if you're a cat and you want to call yourself a dog, shit, you're a dog then. It's whatever makes you comfortable. That's what I feel.
Right. So if your name is Junior and you don't like that name and your friends call you Jay, that's what you want to be called, right?
Yep. True. You're right.
So I don't really see the difference there. And so I just wanted to call because I applaud you for walking in your truth, because it's dangerous out here for men, women, boys, and girls. And diseases are not a stigma to the gay community or the trans community. It's to the straight community. Actually, it's to anybody who's having unprotected sex. Period. Point.
Exactly. You are so right.
I just wanted to say thank you for coming on to the show, sharing your truth, and walking in the shoes that God put you in. God bless you, baby.
Thank you, Rosalind.
Thank you, Miss. God bless you, too.
That was a nice caller. Thank you, Rosalind. All right, so we got another one. The round table 9328. Thank you for your donation. Yes, we will not be on here long, so if you guys want to get on here and ask them a question, you will have to super chat to the front of the line. And if you're on Facebook, you will need to come to YouTube. Okay, 9328. Okay. Hello, you're live on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, first thing I want to say is I am a gay male, but to that lady that called in about being offended about using the terms, about being referred to as cisgender, I want to say on the behalf of the LGBTQ community who may agree with me when I say this, I too am offended when we refer to our female relatives as cisgender. You were not born cis anything. You are a female. You are a woman, and I respect you as that, as the female you were born.
Okay.
Point blank, period. That word cisgender has the word cisgender has just recently entered the English vocabulary, and that term was brought about by members of the LGBTQ community and its activists. That's where that word came from. It hasn't been around for centuries. It hasn't been around for years. It's just recently came about. Okay, now for Glass, I applaud you partly. I applaud you partly for having enough guts to say that you are attracted to transsexuals or transgenders. I applaud you for that. But I need you, sir, to start being honest with yourself. You said a few things on this phone that I listened to. First thing you said was that you met a female who met a person in college who you thought initially was a female. You got to know this person. I don't know for how long it took, but eventually this person shared with you that they was actually a transgender individual. For a time, you were somewhat turned off by that, but because you got a chance to get to know her, you realized that she was a nice person, and I guess maybe eventually curiosity killed your cat because you went back and you approached him. That's what happened. So and then. So and whatever transpired, if you if it was went beyond that to where it became sexually to where all of a sudden after your first sexual encounter with a transsexual, because if I'm understanding right, prior to you being in college and your first transsexual experience, you were dating females, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm assuming there's something that happened when you had your first sexual encounter with a transgender female that you liked, that it somehow all of a sudden it satisfied you, or to you to where you were no longer
so
able
spit it
to
out.
be
What
satisfied.
you saying? That so he likes the penis?
Let me finish. I'll give you a chance. I'm assuming that eventually you were no longer sexually attracted to females, or perhaps maybe you were never really sexually attracted to females and you were just in denial the whole time. If that's the case, I'll stop and let you respond.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, first thing I'm going to say, I think it's pretty funny how you said curiosity killed your cat. That was funny. I like that, brother. I like how you put that together. That was hilarious to me. But honestly, when we're getting back on subject, man, it just happened, man. It was a situation that just happened in my life, and I was just turned on by it. And I love women. I always love women now. I'm telling you, if you knew anybody, if you found out or got to talk to anybody that
I understand,
went to school with me,
yeah,
there were no men never getting in my car. There was always women. I've always had a woman around me.
Right.
24/7 out the day. I never had a woman. I never had a man around me like that.
I understand you saying all of that.
Go ahead. I got you.
But you have since said that a female, a woman can't satisfy you sexually. You have
actually,
also since
yeah.
But that's what. Right. But now, if you want to change your mind and say something different, I'll give you the opportunity to say. But that's what you said earlier.
I'll change my mind and say something different.
Well, no, you can't do that.
No, not like that. Armand, let me speak. I got you, man. I got you. Let me say it like this. I'm going to change it up. If I was to have sex with a cisgender woman, would I be satisfied? Yes. If I had sex with a transgender woman, would I be satisfied? Yes. But when it comes to a relationship, no, listen to me, because I think you guys get things mixed up when it comes to dating.
I'll listen to what you said. Now you're changing up the story. So
I'm not changing up any story. I just think
you did. You just changed up your story. You clearly just changed what you said.
No. Listen to me, because you're still getting things mixed up and twisted. Relationship and being in having sexual intercourse with someone is totally different. If I was in a relationship with a cisgender woman, would I be cheating on her? I can obviously say yes, because the sex would get boring to me.
Oh,
just being real, it would.
Okay. Again, so basically, you were saying you would not be satisfied sexually by a female. That's
right.
You're saying the same thing, but you're only saying it in a different way. At the end of the day, what you said was a real female cannot satisfy you sexually. That's what you said. You just repeated, but you repeated it in a different way.
For a long.
So what I'm saying is, and then additional thing you said when you say we, and when you those things, which makes me say that you are not straight. Straight men who date transsexual women will still tell you they still like to dive up in a pussy. They still like the pussy.
Ooh,
I never can still be satisfied.
Watch that word.
They can still be even bisexual. Let me finish. Even bisexual men can have a relationship with a male at one time, and then if that relationship ends, if they happen to fall up into a relationship with a female, then they can have a faithful relationship with that female. If you cannot have a faithful relationship with a female because that female will not satisfy you sexually, you, my brother, are not a heterosexual male. I understand.
My brother, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Let me ask you one.
Wow.
Let me ask you a question. When is the last time have you had sex with a female? And be honest with me.
I have never had sex with a female because a female is not a female cannot satisfy me sexually.
Okay, Armand, next caller. Thank you.
Armand, there's no next caller.
No, Armand,
there's no contradiction.
No, because like you cannot give me an answer. You cannot tell me that about something if you've never experienced that.
My brother, you have had sex with both females and a transsexual male.
Exactly, and what I'm telling you is
and what you just admitted to everybody that's listening.
Okay, let's bring it back.
Be satisfied by a female.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna mute everybody. Okay. So when it gets like this, then I have to put everybody on silent. What was said was what was said. Okay. Now, I'm going to let the caller finish up and then he can wrap up. Okay, go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
He can wrap up. Everybody heard what he said. He can try to change it up and switch it up however you want to sound. But the thing is that I interview people every day. I have good listening skills. I know how to ask follow-up questioning, and I listen to everything that he said. Now I commend him, like I said, for coming forward to say that what he's attracted to, but he's still doing himself a disservice if he cannot admit out loud there's something there that even though he's admitted to liking transsexual females, there's something within him that he hasn't dealt with that he cannot bring himself to say, I only like transsexual females. I identify as a gay male. I am not straight. That is something that he needs to deal with within himself. Now he's going to get on this phone. He's going to deny. He's going to go back and forth. But everybody heard it, and I'm done with it. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. All right. Glass, are you there? He's
Hello?
Yes. All right.
Hey, is he on the phone?
No, he's gone. He said what he said, but you can still respond.
Well, I don't have anything negative to say or anything. I won't thank him for calling. Thank you for his questions. Honestly, I have nothing to say to him. He's never experienced nothing but men, so he can't really come to me and say anything. Yes, you have great listening skills. That's great. Thank you. You probably go through this. You interview people. That's great.
Okay. But somebody said he likes truth be told, said he likes the femininity of a trans woman. He's not attracted to the masculinity at all. That's why he won't date a man. I have a friend that's the same way. Okay. Ricardo says, y'all help me say, and I only on the greatest show on YouTube. Caller, you deserve an award. Okay. Okay. We're going to take a couple more, then we're going to let Glass go. All right, if you guys would like
to... only got time for like one more, man.
Okay, he got one more. All right, then he got to go. All right, so make it a good one.
Give me something juicy.
919-9285. You're live on the air.
Yes, how are you guys this evening?
Good, how are you?
We are great. How are you?
I'm blessed, thank you. First, I just want to say that this topic is so interesting. I'm glad you brought it to the forefront. Secondly, Mr. Glass,
yes,
I'm sorry that you were bombarded with a lot of, I hate to say it, a lack of educated people with the asinine questions that they were asking, particularly to the insecure women that got on here being offended by cis and real women. I mean, you know what you are, stand tall and strong in that. I thought that was just crazy that whole argument took place. It's all about your security. I think people need to remove sex out of the equation, and then they would have a better understanding about why you choose to do what you choose to do. And, also realize that what you eat don't make them shit, so they really need to mind their business at the end of the day. It's not about sexuality. It's not about sex, period. It's about what you are attracted to, and not necessarily the physical aspect, but more so the spiritual aspect. That's what I'm getting from you. I don't think it's about you needing to be a top or a bottom or a left or a right. I just think it's about you being attracted to that feminine energy that goes along with that transgender woman.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
that's perfectly fine. As grown-ups, we need to realize not everything contains and should be about sex. And because they can't remove the sexual part from it, we will always have these types of hot topics instead of realizing that people meet and relate on a more spiritual level, more so than physical. So
Thank you
I'm
so
definitely
much.
here for it. Do you
Thank you so
live
much,
your
Liz.
life? I just wanted to end that on that right there. I felt so bad for you listening to these calls, but you did well. You did
Thank
well.
you so much, Liz.
And not for nothing, you did well in a sense to where you're living your life and no one should ever be able to stop you. No one should try to stop you. And what you're doing is not wrong. Love who you want to love. And I'm actually, happy for you. You know what I mean? And I think I think that people I think that people are just confused. They have a lot of questions because there aren't enough people in this world that are vocal like you and willing to just say this is what it is, and then you're an attractive person too. You seem to have your head together. You get what I'm saying? So I feel as though it was a shocker to a lot of people, and so it's very admirable that you came up here and gave us a little bit of your story. So I thank you and I appreciate you for doing so.
Thank you, man. Thank you for allowing me to be on your platform.
All right. Thank you.
And Mr. Wiggins, I want to thank you for just bringing it to the forefront. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, that was Glass. Glass, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. You can have a beautiful night, okay?
All right, man. You too, man. Thank you.
Bye. All right. So we'll take a couple of more calls, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Now, 347-8593, you're live on the air.
Hey, Omen, it's Miriam. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, love? How did you feel about the show?
That was intense.
Was it?
Yeah. But I will say that I love him and Bella. I remember them. I love them so much. I love Bella. She is so amazing.
Yes.
And I think they have a very healthy relationship. I think they have a good relationship. And I think that in this day and age, with the way things are going on, that's really what should really matter at the end of the day. Like, I read way too many medical records, and I see way too many things. Like, first of all, so many times I review baby charts, and they're coming back where they have to request the chromosomes of the babies because they're not even completely born with their genitals correctly.
Wow.
And they have to figure out what genital they have to create. Sometimes they don't even come back with known chromosomes, so then the parents have to decide that. So for me, at the end of the day, like, it's like all of that other stuff about like you did. They have an amazing relationship. They have a healthy relationship, and that's how I see it, because I see like way too many things in real life about how babies are born and what goes on. So, and then so many people are dating and married to men that are attracted. So like too much stuff is going on to try to like get angry at him over how he identifies and whatever kind of lingo he may use. Like, I moved to Atlanta and now I'm a girl from the Bronx that says fit into. So what difference does it make? And I just wish him and Bella continued love. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
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 Okay, last one. We're going to take one more. This is it. 917-0525. You're live on the air.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
So I didn't get the full story, but I saw I'm a subscriber, and I saw your title, and I had to say a few things.
Okay.
I'm going through my own spiritual journey, and I see the world with a whole new set of eyes. I see a wider set, a clearer set, and just how it's getting more difficult to label people race-wise. by color or outside appearance. I think the same thing is happening with labeling people and their sexuality.
Okay.
I think if people weren't caught up in the constructs that were set to put people in very small boxes, whether they realize it or not, I think more people have a sexual fluidity to them than they're willing to admit, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think when you have someone brave enough to speak and acknowledge that they live a life outside of those constructs, it's something to admire.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, with my own understanding, I think, and this is not necessarily just personal experience, but experience from people that I've been close to, grown up with, family and friends, I'm realizing now that there's been, especially in the Black community, there's been a thing where if you want to have anal sex, you're gay.
Okay.
Or if you want to be penetrated in the ass, I guess.
No, you don't have to say that.
It automatically puts you in a box. And I think that every person has a backside, and there are nerve endings in these areas.
Okay.
And I believe that if you happen to be a person, no matter what gender, and you want to be stimulated in those areas, that doesn't define your sexuality. I mean, a lot of things don't have to box you in a label.
Okay,
but
so
that's what we've collectively decided.
Okay, so are you in a relationship?
I'm not in a relationship.
But you're
actually.
pretty
I'm not in a
sexually fluid.
relationship.
You're sexually fluid, and so you will do things with your man in the anus and things like that if it come to it.
Yeah.
And so you're white, Caucasian, or Black, or what nationality?
I'm Black.
Okay, so you're Black.
I'm Black.
And but
Black.
you feel as though in the Black community that makes the man gay.
I don't feel that. I feel that's something that makes women nervous.
Okay.
I feel there's something that makes actually all of us nervous. I just think we need to have a broader view on, or I can even use the example of a man wanting his nipples sucked. I don't think women generally would be up for doing that because it's like, well, what's that about? Because only I'm supposed to have my nipples sucked. I mean, who defines women have to be the ones penetrated? Why can't women penetrate?
Okay, I think
And
that's
why
another
can't a man be
conversation.
penetrated?
Yes. You know, I think that's a conversation for unmonetized videos or YouTube. But listen, thank you so much, caller. Thank you for calling in.
You're
okay?
welcome. I just wanted to throw that aspect
Yeah,
in.
thank you so much. All right, we're going to wrap right there.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay, because that was going a bit left, and I got to get out of here. Whew. Let me clear this whole board of everything. Wow. Oh, sheesh. Wasn't that a fun way to end the show? Well, you guys got 2 shows today. I told you it was going to be an intense show. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We really got into some things, okay? I never let you down. You guys never let me down. I love you all. Until next time, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, most importantly. And I'm looking for, you know what? This is the video that I would like to see the other content creators and YouTubers make a video about this topic. And I would like to see what people's opinions are. For those people that didn't get a chance to speak on it, make a video, review this, and I want to see what you guys thought about this conversation, because there was a lot of layers to this, and I wasn't really trying to pick any sides, but I know that there's some people are mad at me, some people don't think I did enough, some whatever the case may be. Let's talk about it. I'm going to be watching maybe some of the best videos I'll share. So until next time, I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.